G'day everyone, this is Mark from Mark and Cars. Here I am out here at a undisclosed location in Perth's northern suburbs, and you can see from the cars behind me, it's a pretty special car collection. We're going to have a chat to the owner of these cars in a moment and maybe have a bit of a look through each of them and talk about what's unique about each one of these vehicles. So, if you're a new viewer, please think about subscribing, share the video, don't hesitate making a comment, and please let me know what you like, what you don't like. Let's have a look around. So I've got John here, the owner of the cars, and he's just going to give us a bit of a walking commentary and talk to us about what's special about each of the cars, and I guess really what they mean to him and what's gone into the cars being presented the way they have been. So, g'day John, how are you?
Yeah, going well, thanks.
Good to hear. So tell us, I thought we'd just do a bit of a walk along and you can sort of point out what's special about the cars to you.
Sure.
And so first let's start with the Cabriolet here.
Yeah, most certainly it was a car that I bought, and I wanted a project, and this was a project. It was absolutely rusted out for about 300 mil around the whole car.
Oh really, the whole floor, everything?
Yeah, everything. Someone had built a false chassis and put underneath it.
Really?
All out of angle iron and bars, and which I knew when I bought it, but it was quite the car to restore. 2 years in restoration.
Well, yeah, okay.
And, it's a lot lighter than when it started, and it actually came with a different engine, and I finally found and hunted down the particular engine that it came with, which is a Super 90, 90 horsepower, which is quite an unusual one. I found it in Orlando and Florida, so I went over there and bought it, crated it, and brought it back and put the original engine back in the car.
This is the engine
that came with the car.
You found that engine?
Found that engine.
That is amazing.
Because there was so little of them made.
Yeah, sure.
It wasn't that hard to hunt down.
Yeah, fantastic.
Yeah. It was under a guy's bench.
Yeah, really. And we've got a G Series Cabriolet here.
Yeah, this was a car that was brought into New Zealand, and it was actually used as a rental car for when the cruise ships come in. The guy had a number of these cars. He had this and a Ferrari, and he had a Lambo, and I nabbed this particular one off to fill up a stocking in a container of a 40-footer that I needed to put another car in, so I got the two of them, and the other one was a 911T that I'm just restoring.
Okay.
This one is basically as I got it in. It's just a nice car. It's actually done hardly any kilometres, a British delivered car.
Yeah, okay.
It's done under 50,000 k, but they've been very hard kilometres.
I've no doubt.
Yeah.
Higher car kilometres.
Higher car kilometres.
It's an interesting accelerator pedal you've got on that car there, John.
Yeah, I use that. I use that so I can practice my
heel and toe.
Yeah, exactly, my heel and toe for my race car, because I drive this car around a bit.
Yeah, okay, fantastic. And we've got, what's this, a Lotus Esprit? Is it? I'm not that up to speed.
Yeah, it's actually quite a unique one. It was only one of 7 ever built in right-hand drive, and you think a Lotus, they come from England, there'd be loads of them, but there was it was actually only 7 ever built with this fuel injection engine. All of them were carbureted turbos.
Wow, okay.
And
it's very James Bond, isn't it, this car?
Yeah, exactly. This is it. This is it. You know, with the dark front. Beautiful car, original Australian delivered.
Oh, and, Australian delivered car?
Yep, totally Australian delivered. Yep, out of the 7 there was 5 to Australia and 2 to Japan.
That is amazing,
Never
isn't
went
it?
to the UK, this car.
Wow, okay.
All the left-hand drive ones are built for the American market.
What year is this?
This one here is an 86.
The interior is so 86, isn't it? It's fantastic.
Totally.
How's the lighter in the door?
Yeah, it's classic.
It is classic.
Really.
And look at the handbrake location.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
But it's a really nice car.
Yeah, they're a great looking car, aren't they?
They are. Yeah. They're a neat car, and it drives not too bad, you know, for a small 4-cylinder turbo.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Well, yeah, I suppose a turbo of that era as well, I guess.
Unbelievable, exactly. And Lotus, you know, they're a good handling car, and they go well. And then it comes to the Testarossa. I've always wanted a Testarossa, and found this one locally. I was hunting around the world. It's actually an Italian delivered one.
Well, okay.
Obviously as well as built, but it was bought in, went via the States and then to Australia. And that is just a lovely car. It's done very, very low kilometres, approximately about 12,000 kilometres, this particular one.
Yep, okay.
So, but if you go around the back, they have the nicest looking bottom out of most of the cars. I'll open it up and show you what the engine looks like.
Okay, fantastic. Yeah, that'd be great. Oh, yeah, look at the size of this thing. about 3 cars wide.
Oh yeah, they're just absolutely lovely, and
Wow,
you know,
look at this.
the engine's just auto porn.
Auto porn, that's a great term.
Yeah, they're just amazing. You know, the balance of them, the way they've done it, it's got that Italian zing to it.
So it's a Boxer 12-cylinder.
Exactly.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
they did
sure.
that to get the centre of gravity down
Lower,
as
yeah,
low as
sure.
they possibly could. And because in the day when they were developing this car, it was them against Lamborghini, and you know, each one of them had their run and tried to beat each other. So they kept on building bigger and faster and stronger cars.
I was fortunate enough back in the 90s to work in the gauge industry. I used to work for Video Instruments, so I did quite a bit of work on Testarossas that were imported and converted to right-hand drive. And I can tell you, the electrics are an absolute nightmare, John. So if you ever
I've done a bit of work with them.
if you ever have a problem, don't call me.
No,
Okay?
no, I have had to do a bit of work on the AC on this one.
Okay. How's the wheels as well? The wheels are beautiful. This car's in great condition, isn't it?
Yeah, it's, as I say, 12,000 K.
Gated shifter. And the year of this car, John?
This one here is a 83.
83, okay. Yeah, good one. I was always of the understanding, for right or wrong, that the Testarossas...
It's actually, sorry, 88.
88, okay. I was always thought that they only had one mirror, you know, for the Monospecchio. Was that the Testarossas?
Not too sure. I'm not an aficionado.
Yeah,
on them.
I'm not that up to speed either. Look, there's going to be 1,000 experts watching the video, so I'm sure they'll tell us.
Oh yeah, they'll point
Please
it out pretty
do
quick.
put it in the comments below if you know. Okay, thanks. And we've got here a Lamborghini Yelpa.
Yeah, one of they only built 410 Yelpas. This is one of 35 built. This was a South African delivered right-hand drive.
Mate, what 35 right-hand drive?
35 right-hand drive out of
Yep.
the 410 in total. So it was a very small build car. It was really a poor man's Countach, is what it was.
That's what I understand of it,
Yeah,
yes.
and they have a twin cam V8 in them.
Really?
Which is quite a neat little motor. I'll pop the trunk.
Oh yeah, let's have a little back of
and
this
show
one.
you.
Yep.
It's an
And it's
east-west
transversely
motor.
mounted too.
Yeah, and it's a carbureted one.
Yep.
Um,
I bet it makes a crack of a noise, doesn't it?
yeah, no, it cracks all right, that's for sure. No, it's actually they go really, really well. This one is originally, and it's now done 98,000 K from new.
How's the size of that Dizzy? They're right in the middle there.
Yeah, exactly.
They're as I was mentioning earlier in the video,
Neat looking car.
I actually think they're undervalued in the market.
They're going crazy because their big brother, the Countach, is now 500 to a
Unobtainium,
million
isn't it?
plus.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
So yeah, these things are getting
And they
dragged
made
up.
less of these.
Oh yeah,
That's right,
amazing.
than they made Countaches.
Yeah, exactly. Now
Now we're getting some big American iron over here.
the wedding car, yeah, it's a great old girl. I grabbed that out of California
Yep.
from a guy that restored it. That was a GM mechanic, and his wife told him he could only have one car, and he always wanted a Corvette, so he found a Corvette and sold me this. So
Yeah,
that's where this
fantastic.
came from, and I've used it for a number of weddings of nieces and nephews and
Yeah, good
cousins and the like. It's my only car that I can fit more than 2 people in. You know?
Oh no, you got a few cars here with back seats, just no one can fit in those back seats.
Exactly. Yeah.
How's the size of the thing though? It's amazing. Great, look at these exhaust pipes, they're fantastic.
Yeah, the 55's a neat trolley, and having that tangerine and cream.
Yes, I think it's a great
just
colour
is
combination,
so
isn't it?
Nice.
And I think I prefer the shape and the roundness compared to the 57 cars, you know.
You look at the simplicity.
Oh
you
mate,
know?
have a look at that.
Look at that. You
That
can
is
jump in
fantastic,
there.
yeah.
You can hide in there.
You stand in there and do the work. There you
Oh
go,
yeah, lovely. Everyone can fix one of these. Lovely. I mean, America ruled the road.
Yeah, that's it. Fantastic.
Talking about America ruling the road, this was obviously a T-Bird, and you know the reason T-Birds and the early Corvettes were brought in is so it would get the woman to drive cars.
Yeah, sure.
And beautiful looking car. It's one of the nicest
Look how
ones.
pretty it is, mate. It's
to drive.
unbelievable, isn't
Yeah,
it?
and having the tuxedo colour, the black and white with the red upholstery.
Yeah, it comes with a pet penguin, I reckon.
They're beautiful, and they
look
look
at
as
those
good
big wheel spans.
with the top or without the top. You know.
And that's a removable hardtop, isn't
Yeah,
it?
exactly.
Look at the porthole window, classic.
It's just for
Oh,
the
yeah, there's
only
the handles there.
57 had that.
Oh, did it? Only 57.
Only 57 had the porthole.
Great little fins on it. Yes, beautiful
Nice
car.
bottom as well.
Yeah, really. Oh, there's
Yeah.
the exhaust comes
They
through
hide the exhaust in the bumper.
Yeah. Yeah, and they do that in a few old Porsches too, if I know
Yeah,
anything.
we know one or two of them.
And we've got a cup car here by the looks
Yeah,
of it.
it's actually one of the original 996 Cup cars, one of 26 ever built as a production race car by Porsche.
Did you say 26?
Yeah, 126.
126.
For the world
Yeah,
race
sure.
circuit of that particular one.
Oh, where's the wing
You can
gone?
see the wing's missing. It's actually jumped across to the other car.
Oh, so that's
Yeah.
so that's the
That's
wing
the wing
top
off
off
the
this. Yeah, okay.
996.
Yeah, okay, so that's it there.
Yeah.
It should be on there. Okay.
Exactly. And
Yeah, good one.
they go backwards and forwards. They're only
I can
3
imagine.
bolts and they're
Sure.
there. But this one's one of the totally original one. Never had any bangs in it. Still,
I cannot
still a
believe how
total
light that is.
Amazing.
That is incredible, isn't it?
Yeah, totally sealed engine and gearbox on it though. It's a really neat car to drive.
Have you had it out on the track yet, John?
Yeah, I've had it a couple of times
How's it
out on
go?
the track. Yeah, no, it's good. I actually like driving the old one because I'm probably a bit more used to it, but
Sure.
I do need to drive this a lot harder. It's got a lot better brakes, better suspension, better everything, more output.
Well, if you're ever in trouble and you need both cars getting tracked at once, you know who you can call, okay?
Yeah, like Ghostbusters.
What's this thing here in the bonnet? Is that the spear
Yeah.
for the air jack, is it?
Exactly.
Yeah, okay.
That's a spud for the air jack.
Yeah, sure.
And they were, the purpose built the air jacks in there. Nice, simple car.
It just has one in the front and two on each side?
Exactly.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, one in the middle and two on the other side.
Yep.
No,
I saw them in the floor here earlier, I think.
Car.
Yeah, there they are behind. There's one behind the seat there. Yeah, okay, fantastic.
Yeah, very nice car.
The good thing about a production race car is, the thing's going to be put together right, isn't it?
Well,
Especially
exactly.
by that company.
Exactly, as good as you're going to get.
Yep.
You take it out, and it was meant to be out of the box racing. You
Yep.
can pay, and Porsche will be there to help you with it.
Now let's talk about this.
Yeah, this one's a bit of a hybrid thing that started off as a Carrera 3, and it slowly it got lighter, and it's quite quickly got faster, and it won the class in last year's state championship for Sprint Series. It's the one to beat out there at the moment.
Tell me about the engine. What are you running
the
in it?
engine. I built this engine. It's a 3.4 twin plug.
Oh, yeah, okay, biggie,
Which
yep.
is a 12 plug engine. It's not overdeveloped. It's still got carburetors on it. It's a good strong engine, plenty of torque. Very reliable, touch wood, and I just been keeping that engine there, but just developing, making a lighter car, a better handling car, and better aero. That's the key.
And making sure you got plenty of debris in the boot by the sounds of it.
Yeah,
Listen
plenty
to
of stuff
lift up
rattling
and down.
around.
Yeah, big rubber on it too. Look at that.
Yeah, and nice sticky stuff, But no, it's a good
Alarmingly
car.
exposed oil tank there, though, John.
Yeah, well, if you get that close to something hard, I think you're in trouble.
Yeah, yes, that's fair. Yep. Oh, you got a lift up window.
Yes.
Yep, okay, good
Yep,
one.
Yeah, everything's plastic on this car as well.
Yep, sure.
Oh,
Look, it looks business. There's no question about that. We got an adjustable brake bias inside.
Yeah, most certainly.
Yep.
And it's got the bag tank and all the bells and whistles
Yeah,
under
okay,
there, and the
yeah.
cage that goes through and connects the suspension, and totally adjustable front splitter, so I can pump the air into the diffuser through the flat floor, and it
Sure,
has two
yeah, yeah.
diffusers on the front as well.
And those blue plugs, are they brake cooling ducts?
Yeah. For sprint I'm not needing them, but for circuit I pop them out.
Yep, sure.
Because I actually, just trying to get as much aero and as downforce as I can with that.
Yep. So maybe let's have a talk about the cars in the shed
Yeah, most certainly.
while we're on our way around. So, look, I'm relatively familiar with the silver car here. So we're talking about the concourse winner, the one that I'd be too scared to drive.
Yeah, I still get
Although in
that.
saying that, I have driven it. I
most
drove it
certainly.
home from you a couple of years ago, if I recall.
Yeah, no, most certainly. No, it's a lovely car. It's a total restore. It was a barn find. It started to be restored like 20 years ago when I found it. Someone had swung it back over to a right-hand drive, but I put it back to original.
Fantastic.
This particular one was an Italian delivered car as well.
Oh, okay.
And it spent its childhood cruising the hills of.
Yep.
Of Tuscany and
Beautiful.
and then came to Australia but it's won 3 years in a row. It's won best of show this last year.
Yes.
Best air call the previous year, and best of show the previous year before that. So it has quite the pedigree with that car.
Yep.
It was 2 years full-time resto.
Yeah, I recall. We had a bit of a get together at your other warehouse there. When the car was mid-restoration, and you had it up on the hoist, and we're walking around under it going, ooh and ah.
Yeah, it's a new in our car. It looks as good underneath this car as it does on top.
I'll definitely vouch for that.
It is an amazing bit of gear.
Yeah,
I'm very proud to own it and be the custodian of it.
I can vouch for the fact that it actually drives as good as it looks too. It's an amazing driving car.
Yeah,
It's
it
a
is.
really great
Oh,
job.
it
It's not just skin deep. It is actually a full completed restoration package, and it drives
yeah.
beautifully.
Yeah, most certainly, and having the 100 horsepower engine
Yep.
and the disc brakes of the last
Yep.
execution of the 356s.
Now, what's the history of this car? Looks like an Australian delivered car, is it?
No, it actually came from Papua New Guinea. There's quite the story with this car.
Let's hear it.
I bought it, this car
Come on,
from I bought it in the United States, this particular car, from a colonel in the US military.
Yep.
And this particular car, his wife had a brand new one in the States of the left-hand drive version. He got transferred to Japan.
Sure.
And his wife wanted to have exactly the same car in Japan, but they wouldn't allow him to take a left-hand drive one over.
Okay.
So Mercedes Worldwide found this particular one, shipped it all the way to Japan, and that was his car and his baby in Japan for his wife to use.
Okay.
And
do you think that's the original model, 72,000? Or do you think it's been around?
I honestly wouldn't know. I wouldn't actually suspect it probably has gone. It's not the sort of car that would have done big long kilometres.
I think you're right.
Yeah, it's Papua New Guinea. You could go around that 72,000 times for that, just about, couldn't you?
You could, yeah. Geez, look at the clock in the glove box. That's fantastic, isn't it?
Yeah. I was going to do a total restore on this, but this thing here, the patina of this is just so nice, and the way the seats are, like some nice Chesterfield lounges, you know.
I actually think you're going to spend a fortune doing it, and you'd be devaluing the car when you look at its current condition. With the market the way it is this day and age.
Exactly. Yeah, anyone can have a car that's perfectly restored, but ones that are original, they're only there once. So I think it'll stay exactly as it is, just as a time capsule.
Do you think it's original paint?
No, it's not original paint.
Okay.
It did have a paint job in the US. I had all the documentation for that.
Sure.
But it was done more of the Florida sun more than any salt or any degradation from rust.
Great. And we've got this 930 here that is absolutely pristine.
Yeah,
what's the history of this car? This has got low Ks on it.
Yeah, this is 69,000 K. And this particular car, obviously, I've got the original wheels. These I want to keep them mint.
These are cup wheels, are they?
Yeah, exactly. They're a later version wheel.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
But this particular car was a UK delivered car. It went from a stockbroker to Hong Kong, and then the stockbroker got a transfer to Brisbane, and that's how it came into Australia.
Okay. Yep.
And I bought it off him.
Okay.
And
good buy.
Yeah, no, it's just a beautiful car to drive for a supercar.
Yep.
You know, the Widowmaker.
And they are supercars to drive, even by today's standards. You get behind the wheel of a good 930, right? It is a good car, isn't it?
Yeah, up to 4,000 they drive like any car on the road. Over 4,000 it's hold on.
Strap in, that's exactly right.
Max.
Yep. It's actually quite incredible when you look at the era of turbo development, how far ahead of the curve Porsche was compared to the competition, isn't it, when you look at the age of these cars?
Exactly. You know, the 935s and 934s of their Le Mans just got them so far ahead, and it got them credibility to be able to do it in practice, you know.
Yep.
So, that and Saab were the pioneers in it.
Mm-hmm.
And,
and let's, how'd you come by this bad boy?
Well, it's obviously, the DeLorean isn't the best sort of manufacturer. I think it's the front and centre of the Lemon book. But the movies made it a star, a car star.
Sure. Mm-hmm.
But the particular car, my affinity is I had dinner with John DeLorean in the 80s, 1983 in Vail, in Colorado.
Yep.
And so my affinity is particularly from that. But they are a unique car with the stainless steel and the gull-wing doors. Sure. And this one's done no miles. I think it's 12 or 13,000 miles. It's still got original tyres on it.
Really?
Yeah, 1983 tyres. Don't move it too fast.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. It'd be horrifying to drive, I reckon.
The front ones were cut out. But
I see you holding the gull-wing door up, and like every DeLorean I've ever seen, it is staying up.
Yeah,
they all seem to drop down.
It's more good luck than good management.
Yeah, okay.
It is on the way down in half an hour.
Yep, I won't put the camera on it then.
And you just clean this thing. You polish it like you polish your outdoor fridge.
Yeah,
that's it. You just use stainless polish.
Yep, fantastic.
And away it comes.
And it's such an iconic car. Like, they don't have to be a performance car, do they? They're just a great looking car.
They are, and the designer. They use the Lotus chassis. And they were built out of 154 different parts.
Okay.
Austin Allegro front door latches, a Capri front disc.
Sure.
Peugeot, Volvo, Renault engine. They're a kit car.
Yeah.
Built in Belfast.
Yeah, I knew they were built in Ireland. Yeah.
First
cheap labour.
Yeah, well, it was just to try and get them from trying to shoot down the English. They thought they'd give them some work.
I actually think when you look at this car on certain angles, it has got that Lotus look in the front end. You know what I mean?
Same developer.
Yeah. Okay.
Same designer.
Oh, okay. For sure.
Yeah.
And we've got the Corvette here.
Yeah, I've always
Beautiful.
wanted a vet, and this was a automatic version as an option, and it's a twin 4-barrel version.
Yeah, okay.
I got a judge in the US and California, a Corvette judge, to hunt me one down. I wanted one with the highest points I could get, so this was a 99 point car.
Yep.
And it was
badges in green. Look at
a restoration from you know, an older one now, but
Yes.
it's a good straight. Drives beautiful. Starts
Fantastic
beautiful.
styled car as well, isn't it? Like, look at it.
Unbelievable. They are just the pinnacle of American motoring in the 50s.
The flamboyance, the
Oh.
shape, the everything about it. Look at the
They
chrome.
lost their way after this. You see some of the ones in between this and what we've got now. It's great they've come back. You know, the Mustangs have come back to nice looking cars. The Corvettes have come back to nice looking cars. You know, in between them, we're just, you know, they lost their way.
There's certainly a lot of hype about the new mid-engine Corvette that's coming out in 2020 at the moment.
Oh, I think anything mid-engine's going to have a zing to it, isn't it?
You'd hope so. We're in a nice Pagoda here.
Yeah, it is. It's a local delivered car, Australian delivered car, and
in beautiful condition.
It is absolutely immaculate condition. When I got it, was all the chrome was very rusty. It had been sitting for a long time.
And did you replace it or get it all fixed?
No, I actually got all it needed is steel wool and polish, and it came back
Fantastic,
good. Yeah,
great.
good German chrome.
Yep.
But it drives lovely.
Yep.
You know, and of the day, you know, this is a 60s car. You know, they've got climate control for left and right.
Yep.
You know, you think that's a modern thing, but no, it was around.
Yeah.
And yeah,
There aren't any new ideas.
yeah, and it has a very nice hard top that goes with it.
Sure.
But they just drive nice power steering, power brakes. And this is the highest output of that particular version.
Yep, good one. It's a 6-cylinder motor?
Yep, six-cylinder,
Sure.
2.8 litre, six-cylinder.
Yep, good one. And we've got a nice T5 here, slate grey.
Yeah, no, it's a lovely little car. It's the first car I ever got in my collection, and I was only going to keep one car. And I called a friend. I says, I've just bought a Porsche, and he says, well, you're not having got a collection if you only got one. You better buy another one. So that's how I started buying them all.
Classic.
And this was a winner a few years ago of the best air-cooled car in West Australia.
Yep,
And
good one.
that slate grey with that red.
Great colour
And
combo,
being
isn't it?
It's Australian delivered car.
Lovely.
It was delivered to Hamilton's, and
Yeah, okay.
and it's pretty well original. You know, there's not a lot been done on it, and
It's had a repaint at some point.
yeah, it has. It had a repaint, an old restoration.
Sure.
There, you know, and it's just lovely. And the same again. I'm not going into this one. I'm not going to go into a store. It's the way it is, and it'll stay like that. I think it's another time capsule, original upholstery in it.
Yeah, fantastic. So that's all. Well, we've just been through all the cars that we've got on display here today. And tell us, John, we got anything else coming down the chute in the collection, or are you done?
Oh, just the one I'm restoring that I said before.
The 911T?
Yeah, the 911T, which is a Scottish delivered one, and it's in that beautiful forest green of the millionth Porsche.
Yeah, sure.
And that
sure.
is just going to be, it's just come on beautiful, that car. So
And what state's it in now?
it's fully painted engine. It's really for upholstery and chrome work to go on it now. I'm hoping to have it at the Concours in November in West Australian Concours.
And will you be doing the upholstery back to standard, or will you be doing something like with some tartan in it or something like that?
No, it'll be exactly. I've got a trim kit that I've got out of Belgium, and it's in the original velour. I didn't upgrade it to the leather. It's as the car came. It's just going back absolutely as it came, right down to the brush strokes of the underseal.
Fantastic. Yep, good one. All right then. Well, thanks very much for taking us through these cars today, mate.
Welcome.
We really appreciate it.
It's good to see them all out for a change.
It is. I've never seen them all in one place before.
Thanks, Mark.
But
You
it's
have a good one.
fantastic. Yeah, thank you, mate.
Cheers.
Well, it's coming to the end of the evening here. All the guests are starting to arrive, so we've had a chance to have a look at all the cars. As you can see, there's some great stories behind some of them, and the reasons behind why John's bought the cars or what he's done to the cars himself. I'd have to say, for me, the 356s are, they're pretty timeless cars, and so look, I don't mind that Thunderbird either. That is a pretty car. On top of that, I do like, the race cars. That 190 SL is a pretty special car. The one that John said about came from Papua New Guinea, which is there in the garage. And obviously this 930 would be a great driving car too. But you guys know I'm pretty sympathetic to the Porsche brand. So thanks for watching the video. I hope to catch up with you again soon, and please don't forget to like and subscribe. I'm Mark, and this is Mark and Cars. this evening's guests for the event actually drive some pretty nice cars themselves, so I thought I'd just do a bit of a walk around the car park here as they're arriving. We've got a Model X Tesla, nice Bentley Continental GT, nice Maserati here. Not too sure what it's called, maybe Quadrifoglio, something like that. I can't remember the exact name. Nice old Mercedes SL over there. And have a look at this big white cream roller. Oh, it's a roller or a Bentley? No, it's not a Bentley. Beautiful looking car. But this sort of early post-war stuff is not really my expertise. Actually, a lot of cars aren't, but this is an amazing looking motor car. Have a look at the back seat. Can you see the gloves and the fan? Fantastic. Absolutely extraordinary looking Aston Martin. Have a look at this thing. Mini carbon fibre.